Hi guys, welcome to Garden on a Hill, where we talk about easy home gardening. My name is Vin, and in this channel I talk about things that made my life easy in the garden. Welcome to my backyard garden, and today we will answer the question, can zucchinis grow in the shade? Or if not, how much shade can they tolerate? If you want to know the answer to this question, please follow me and let's go ahead and talk about it. If you find my videos informative, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that bell button so anytime I upload something new, you get notified. Anyway, zucchini is very quintessential, especially here in the Atlanta area where it gets really hot. It's part of the cucumber family, which squashes, cucumbers, gourds kind of fall into. And any time you research on them, they require at least 6 to 8 hours of full sun. Lucky me, here in Georgia, I have these giant trees everywhere. Regardless of the openness of my garden, there's going to be shade in my garden throughout the day. So, can you grow them on shade? First question. Yes, they will germinate because I have germinated them in the basement, but will it grow healthy and will it bear fruit a lot? The answer is no. So what happens, I've actually left a zucchini inside the basement before. It will grow and it will become leggy. Of course, there were no pollinators in the basement, hopefully. But of course, it won't give you the healthy plant that you will get. Now, that answered, you can always plant them in a container and move them around. And I have done that in the past, and that works. You just don't get as much fruit or flowers if you do that compared to putting them in the ground or a raised bed. Now, I do have raised beds in here, which I planted them, left and right, beautifully growing in here. And I just want to share how much sun they get to get this healthy. Probably each zucchini right now has about 3 to 5 fruits in continuing. There's a lot of flowers. Rain just came yesterday. That's why these leaves are flopping, which is actually better because you can see flowers and fruit everywhere. Now, in my garden, this area probably gets around 4 hours at max. So between 3 to 4 hours of full sun and about an hour of dappled or less sun because of the leaves casting shade on this. I'm actually going to show you a video right here so you understand what I'm talking about. Around 10 a.m. is the first dappled sun that hits this area. After 10, 11 goes a little higher on the sun, and 12, that's basically the most full sun I get. And then 1 o'clock hits, you'll see here, when the sun moves this way, this black beauty zucchini starts to get shaded. And this still is in full sun. And by the time 2 p.m. comes, everything is under dappled shade or shade again. But that is it for my light. But then again, I still have fruits and flowers. So I think it works, and I just want to share that with you if you have the same situation as me. And let's take a closer look at them, how they're looking like. So I did grow 2 varieties for this experiment. To the left here is my golden zucchini, which is basically a straight neck squash that's yellow. You can see some of the fruits and flowers here. This gets more sun because 2 o'clock hits and those trees are already casting shadows on these. So these actually get an hour more. And to be honest, I am not the biggest fan of them. They're just beautiful because of the colors, but for the purpose of shade gardening for zucchinis, I kind of discourage you from using this because they do get more sun, but they still have more powdery mildew. Actually, this one does not have powdery mildew, and I noticed that the plants are trying to reach for further light. I planted this before in a much fuller sun area, probably an hour more, and it was fine. But if you're trying to push your shade limits, golden zucchini would not be the best variety because of those factors. The Black Beauty zucchini, on the other hand, is growing the same way as if you planted it on about 6 to 8 hours of full direct sun. They're very healthy and bushy, no powdery mildew. Of course, both of them gets attacked by pests all the time, but that's part of squash gardening if you have done squash gardening before, and we can talk about that later on further episodes. So just to give you more context, as you can tell, this is kind of the area of my garden where I have a lot of trellises. So I'm planting this while the vines are not up yet. They're kind of here about a foot low, but sooner or later they will come up. The cucumber stand right there, and diet chayote squash will take all over here, and this will become a full shaded area, and I'm just taking advantage of that before that even happens, because I do save my beds that are very limited with more full sun, with things like eggplants that require more full sun. But it's good to know that you can possibly grow zucchini in the shade, and you know why they need a lot of sun is because not just only the pest, not because it's also part of the cucumber family, and that makes sense. It's because they grow so fast. They are easy to grow if given the right conditions, but they grow so fast, they fruit so fast. And like this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 zucchinis right now coming out, female flowers, and then a couple of male flowers. So as you can see, they need that sun for that energy. But it's good to know that you can push your limits and grow them with a little shade. So that is it for today. Hopefully you learned something new. Hopefully you get to grow zucchini, especially if you're one of those lucky ones who have full sun. See you in the next episode.